So if I were going to give advice on what to ask a realtor, accountability and communication is probably the most important thing. And that is, from a seller's standpoint, effectively communicating what they will do, not specific to marketing. A lot of times realtors get hung up on talking about marketing, but the marketing is a very small piece of a very large process.
And there are contracts, even in this market, every day that fall apart. You know, we heard of a few just today, transactions that fell apart between buyer and seller, and part of that is potential lack of communication. So even in this fast-paced market, buyers aren't always staying in the game.
Most frequent statement I hear is, "It must be great, my next door neighbor sold their house in a day." They went under contract in a day. You still have to get from the day of contract to the day of closing. The contract is just the introduction between the buyer and the seller. And so you don't know what each party's personal needs are or personal expectations are through that process. That all rolls out over days to follow. In markets like this, wouldn't you say that you'll go under contract fairly quickly, buyers have outbid other buyers, and then what happens?
They have second thoughts, thinking, oh, we overpaid for it, or they sit down with their lender and find out, wow, with that escalation clause, our monthly payment's gonna be how high? And then people back out.
They back out, and now the real estate contract has been changed to protect them, and there's specific wording in the contract that states, in the buyer's sole subjective discretion, they don't like their loan. For whatever reason, they cancel, they get their earnest money back. The seller has to go back on the market. So I don't think those things are explained to people properly.
And the real meat of this business is getting from contract to closing. That's when all the unknowns occur, and you've got to have somebody who can navigate you successfully through those unknowns to get you to a closed transaction.